Thank you so much for being here during this holiday season as we celebrate our great city employees and we celebrate those who keep us safe in the community of Albuquerque. And we do that every week with Employee of the Week and Friday's Heroes. And today we are going to start with our Employee of the Week, who is Alessandra Fernandez, who is here with me. And today we're honoring her. She's a Parks and Recreation lifeguard, and we want to thank her for her great display of compassion and selflessness as she rushed to help save complete strangers. Alessandra Fernandez is this week's Employee of the Week, and she's a lifeguard at our Valley Pool. She's been with the city since October of 2013. Some of you may have seen this story in the news actually. This past September, Alessandra was driving with her mother on I-25 and they were headed to El Paso for the One Direction concert. Was it a good concert?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard it was a good concert. About 15 miles south of Berlin, Alessandra and her mother witnessed a large passenger van filled with women and children roll over right in front of them. They immediately stopped. And while Patricia Fernandez, Alessandra's mother, called 911, Alessandra rushed towards the accident and was one of the first people on the scene to help the group. She ran over to help a woman and her child get out of the van. Alessandra could tell the woman was bleeding heavily from a large cut on her head. We're so glad the woman is here with us today. Osvia is here with us today. Thank you for being here. And she's recovering from this traumatic crash, so we hope you and your family are doing well during your recovery. I know it's got to be a difficult time for you and your family, so thank you for being here today to help us celebrate. As soon as Alessandra helped Osvia away from the crash, her training as a lifeguard instantly kicked in. She knew the cut on Osvia's head was fairly severe and that it was vitally important that she keep her awake and conscious until the paramedics arrived to render further aid. In her efforts to keep Osvia from dozing off, she asked her to sing and tried to converse, keeping her attentive while they waited. The selflessness of Alessandra and her willingness to serve others outside of the workplace gives testament to her character and her expertise. Her heroic actions help make our community a great place to live. I greatly appreciate Alessandra for her selfless actions and diligence, especially in the midst of an emergency. Joining us today is our Director of Parks and Recreation, Barbara Taylor, and our Aquatics Manager, Brandon Gibson. And would one of you like to speak a little bit about the training and maybe about what Alessandra does? Let's do that. So this is Brandon Gibson from our Parks and Recreation Department.
Thanks, sir. We were really happy to hear about Alessandra's quick actions and selflessness when it came to this. We worked very hard to train our lifeguards to respond to in training and our simulated emergencies and the real emergencies that do happen at the pool. I know she's had a lot of saves this past summer, but to see our lifeguards' emergency training kick in outside of the workplace is a true testament to her character and her training and her devotion to helping others. So thank you very much, Allie.
Yeah.
Allie, do you have any family here with you today?
Yeah, I have my mom and my dad.
Oh yeah, where are they?
Filming our
Hey,
thing.
way to go! You did well. So congratulations. So, Allie, can I call you that?
Yeah.
All right, Allie. So for our Employees of the Week, we have a mug that we always give out, and we also have a certificate for Employee of the Week, and then we have a letter for your personnel file as well. So I know that you keep our families safe when they're out enjoying recreation and keep being healthy and well at our pools, and the work that you did above and beyond the work that you do at the city, I think really speaks highly of you as an individual, and it speaks highly of the training that you have and the fact that you were willing to take that training and put it to good use in an emergency. We're just very grateful. I know Osvi and her friends and family are also very, very grateful. So thank you. Congratulations as our Employee of the Week. Thank you. Great, thank you so much. Stick around. We'll take some pictures, and we want the family to come up with the pictures as well, and we can use your camera and take some of those if that's okay. So let's bring our Friday's Heroes up if we can. Javier and Julie. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Great to see you.
Here, will you come on this side? Sure. And then Chief, I'm seeing you guys come up.
Come on up.
Disrupt the dog.
Yeah.
He has those warning stickers on it.
Looks like a good buddy. Yeah, you're doing good. All right. Well, this week's Friday's heroes are Officer Julie Maycumber and Officer Javier Chacon. Today we honor two APD officers for their immediate response during a medical emergency. While Officer Julie Maycumber and Officer Javier Chacon are this week's Friday's heroes, this past August, Officers Maycumber and Chacon were dispatched to a situation involved in an unresponsive subject in the city of Albuquerque. The caller reported the man was unconscious and could not be woken up. Officer Maycumber first arrived on scene to find the male subject sitting down, slumped forward with his face on the ground. Officer Maycumber attempted to wake the individual, but soon discovered that his face was purple, indicating that something was blocking his airway. Immediately, she called for rescue. Officer Maycumber then laid the man on his back and established that he did not have a pulse and he was not breathing. She jumped into action. She administered CPR and began chest compressions. Officer Chacon arrived on scene shortly after and began assisting. Officer, is it Westonlink? I see it. That's you. That's you as well. Okay.
She just got married.
Oh, okay. All right. So wait a minute. So I've got. All right. So same person.
Maycumber.
All right, Maycumber. By holding the man's head to clear his airway and switching between administering chest compressions to ensure that they were consistent. Did you do staying alive? That's what they teach now. They teach the staying alive. Officer Maycumber and Chacon's teamwork and prompt medical care was able to revive the man so that he could seek further medical attention. So thanks to the effective and decisive actions of Officer Maycumber and Chacon, one more dispatch was able to end successfully. Officer Julie Maycumber has been a City of Albuquerque employee since the age of 16 when she worked at the City of Albuquerque libraries. She became a police officer, a police service aide in 2009, and then she became a sworn officer in 2011. Officer Maycumber has been assigned to Field Services Bureau and is currently a collateral rider with a horse-mounted unit as well. Officer Javier Chacon started his career with the Albuquerque Police Department in August of 2012 and became a sworn officer in March of 2013. Officer Chacon is currently a CIT officer, Child Abuse Response Evaluator, which is our CARE officers, and is assigned to the Southwest Area Command. So officers, we want to thank you very much for the work that you did. Chief Huntsman, are you going to say a few words, or who's going to speak
Well, I
today?
thought her lieutenant would be.
All right, Lieutenant, would you say a few words,
Sure.
please? Thank you.
My name is Michelle Campbell, and I am the lieutenant of Southwest Wings Area Command. These two officers work for me, and I just wanted everyone to know that they are very hard workers. They do care about their community, and this one incident shows how fast they responded to the call and how effective they were in making sure that everyone in the community knows that police officers are out there and wanting to help everyone. The side note on this is that there was bystanders watching, and so when the individual was revived enough to be transported, they did cheer on the officers, and so it was a positive all the way around. Everyone knew that this individual was able to be revived by these two officers, so that's the most important part. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good job.
So what we have for our Friday's Heroes, we have these coins that we commissioned for public safety as our Heroes coins. And I'd like to give each of you a Friday's Heroes coin. And just thank you so much for the work that you're doing in our community. And we have a number of stories. We've had a number of stories over the last 4 years or 5 years now that I've been the mayor, where we have police officers stepping up before emergency response can get there. A lot of times our officers are the first on the scene. A lot of times we talk about our police officers doing work even when they're off duty like this, so and saving people's lives. So we're grateful for the work that you did, and we've got an individual in our community that I'm sure is very, very pleased that you were there when you were. So thank you very much. As our